Hello and welcome to Love My Poland, and welcome to Houston, Texas. That is the beautiful Houston skyline behind me. And today's video is really unique and special because it's the first time that I've ever made a film outside of Poland. And I'm in my hometown of Houston, Texas today, and we're going to discuss a great topic. 12 words that Poles often mispronounce when speaking English. Now, I base this on 20 years of teaching Polish people the English language, so I think that I kind of know what I'm talking about. Now, this is going to be a little bit negative. In no way am I trying to insult Polish people or make fun of them. I love my Polish people. But you know, I got a comment recently, Russell, you're too positive about Poland. You say too many positive things all the time. Do another video kind of critiquing us. Okay, your wish is my command, so that's what we're going to do right now. Now, before anyone gets their feelings hurt, it's important to tell you that I've made thousands of mistakes speaking Polish. I think the worst mistake, and I'm going to go ahead and share this, I'm going to say a bad word in Polish, so I'm sorry in advance. I remember the year was 2006. I wanted to show off in front of my college students. And I wanted to say that my sąsiad, my neighbor in Poland, was wścibska. And instead of saying wścibska like I should, I said my neighbor jest wścibse. My college students erupted in laughter. I had no idea what was going on until it was too late. So I have made thousands of mistakes. I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, I'm not perfect, it happens. It's just part of life. So hopefully someone out there can find this video useful. These are 12 words. I think the top 12 words that Polish people struggle with when they speak the English language. Let's get to it. Well, we're starting off today at the most special place on my list. This is precisely my home. This is the home that I grew up in. 18 years I lived here in Lakewood Forest, Houston, Texas. And you know, my grandfather used to come from Florida and drive his Szewro-lej and park it right here in this driveway. And Szewro-lej is the first word on our list today. This is a word that Poles mispronounce very often. They don't say Szewro-lej. I don't think they know to put that French twist on the suffix of that word. They pronounce it Szewro-let. So if you are pronouncing it, Polish people, Szewro-let, you gotta say Szewro-lej if you want to say it correctly. So Szewro-let, no, Szewro-lej. Our next destination today is Moore Elementary School, where I attended elementary school or primary school. And I had a teacher back then, Miss Hoskins, who was crazy about Elvis. She had Elvis Presley posters, Elvis Presley t-shirts. She played his music in the class when she was able to do that. And the word in focus today here is Presli. I can't remember how many times I've heard in Poland Polish people say, not Presley, but Presley, Elvis Presley. Never ever say Presley. The correct pronunciation here is Presli, Elvis Presley. Traveling a few miles down the road from the elementary school we just left is my gigantic high school where I went to high school. 3,500 pupils attend this school. They're registered for 2019-2020. Huge population of students. And you know, it's back here at this school where I learned how to first play volleyball. I love volleyball. But you know, living in Poland, I cannot tell you how many times I've heard Polish people say, I love Waa-li-bal. Volleyball? I'm thinking, what kind of game is this? A ball that bounces off the wall? No, no. Very often you'll hear Polish people say volleyball. It should be volleyball. Volleyball, hard V, never volleyball. Here in Houston, my all-time favorite Tex-Mex restaurant is called Papacitos. I still haven't found a restaurant anywhere in the world that can compete with Papacitos, and practically everything on the menu, that's our key word, is absolutely delicious. But strangely in Poland, and recently I found out in Croatia too, people say, when they're speaking English, I would like to see the menu. The menu, like there are many things. Many? Where in the world do you guys get that many, Polish people? English, as far as I know, British, Americans, and Canadians say Mynju. That is the proper pronunciation. And I thought maybe it's a French, you know, kind of confusing word there. But I went to the French and it's also Mynju. So I do not know where the word many comes from, but if you're speaking English, Polish people, don't say many, say Mynju. We are now at Willowbrook Mall, where I did practically all of my clothes and shoe shopping growing up here in Houston. I picked up all of my Levi's blue jeans at Willowbrook. I only wear Levi's. No Gap, no Zara, no Lee, Wrangler for me, only Levi's. But the key word here is Levi's. Why Levi's? Because in Poland you'll hear very often people pronounce it as Levi's. My friend Michał, I remember he told me, Russell, in the new shopping mall we're gonna have a Levi's store. And I looked at him, Levi's? Oh, Levi's, like Levi Strauss, San Francisco, right? Yeah, not Levi's, but Levi's. Okay. I'm now standing directly in front of Metropolitan Baptist Church. I was baptized here. It was here really that my journey to Poland began back in 1999. I have many fond memories attending the Met Church, but one of the aspects that stands out the most to me was being stuck behind ladies with Marge Simpson style hairstyles held up with hairspray, tons and tons of hairspray. Back in the mid 80s and early 90s, having to go to church and not being able to see anything over these ladies' hair. I thought to myself, you know, spray, hairspray. That's one of the words in Poland that you'll hear mispronounced quite often. Polish people call it spray for some reason. They say, give me some spray paint or hairspray. I hear that one all the time. Not spray, but spray, hairspray. Oh, the Tomball Cinema, just north of the Houston city limits, is the place where my friends and I spend loads of time. No kidding, I can say with confidence that I've probably seen, together with a lot of people, over 100 movies right there in that cinema. And among those movies was Disney's Lion King. I remember watching Lion King like yesterday right here. And that's our word, Dyz-nij. This one is a pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand it when I hear Dyz-nij. There's no dis and no nay in that word, and they say it's Dyz-nij. I understand why, again, from Polish pronunciation and the way that Polish would pronounce that EJ and that EY. I see where the error comes from, but never Dyz-nij, always Dyz-nij, just like Presley. Elvis Presley, Walt Disney. For the 8th point today, I can't remember how many times I drove from the suburbs of Northwest Houston downtown to see this beautiful stadium being built back in 1999-2000. It is called Minute Maid Park, and it is the home of the world champion Houston Astros baseball team. This stadium also hosts concerts, events, and other sporting games, but I'm not sure if it's ever hosted a hockey game. I have to check that. Our word here is hockey. Poles, very often I've found, in my experience, pronounce it hockey. A little bit of the same rule as Presley. Not hockey, but hockey. Never a hockey match here, but maybe one day there will be. Welcome now to the Space Center Houston. Right over my left shoulder here is the Space Shuttle Independence mounted on the huge Boeing 747 transport plane. It was right here at this site that the transmission happened in the Apollo 13 mission, the movie, you probably saw it. Houston, we have a problem. It actually happened right over here to the right in that beige building at Johnson Space Center. That's where it all took place, and I encourage you to get on Google and find out more about this place. It's a wonderful place, another place that I came to many times as a kid. And our word is Google. This is a funny one. I hear a lot of Polish people pronounce it either Google or Google. But the last two letters are not pronounced le, it's just Google. Say Google, never Google or Google. Welcome to Galveston Beach, Texas, about an hour and a half south of Houston, Texas. This is the beach that I spent practically every summer. We came here every year, a few times a year. This is where people from all over Texas come down to do their beaching. And one thing about this beach that's interesting is that you're allowed to drive your vehicle on the beach. There is a black pickup truck sitting right there. That's normal here in Galveston. Now, what's special about pickup? Pickup is our word today. Pickup with Polish people is pronounced sometimes terribly. It's pronounced like this, Pykap. It's not a Pykap. It sounds like a totally different word. It's a pickup. Make that E, U sound, pickup truck. So pickups on the beach. You are looking at the 8th wonder of the world, the Houston Astrodome. It is completely abandoned now, and it has been for years, but it was once home to the Houston Astros baseball team and the Houston Oilers American football team. Today, I'm really curious what it looks like inside. However, there's no way to get in, but you know, a few weeks ago, I found a video on YouTube, a really interesting one, showing some guys that broke in. They got great footage of what it looks like inside, and it looks great. And you know, sadly, that video was deleted a few days later from YouTube. Probably somebody reported it was illegal, I don't know. But the key word here in this one is delete. Polish people say all the time, especially in companies, delete the file, delete. So it's not delete, it's delete. Hopefully that video will be put back on YouTube one day and I'll be able to see it again. For the final one today, I'm back in my hotel in the evening, and the funny thing is this hotel is owned and was built by people who came from Chicago, Illinois, USA. And I had a nice talk with the owners. They're very nice people. They've taken good care of me here in the hotel. I thought that's a great example of another word that is a problem for Polish people. Chicago. Do you know how many times I've heard it Chicago? Chicago? Where does that come from, Chicago? Never Chicago. Don't say Chicago, say Chicago. Chicago. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Those were the 12 words that I think really summarize the top 12 that Polish people struggle with when they speak the English language. And you know I love your comments. If you have anything you'd like to disagree with me about or give further information on, write it down in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to read it. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and click the button on the Houston skyline right there and become a subscriber so you don't miss out on the future episodes. Szy-kaagoo is coming very soon. Polish town, we're going. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and hello again from Houston, Texas.